All right, so we are going to start our Dean Russo inspired drawing. Now, I picked a dog for my animal, but you guys can feel free to search up any animal that you want. Dean Russo does a lot of dogs, cats, a lot of animals that could be adopted. So I just picked a dog. First thing that I want you guys to do is to remember to put your name and your class code. I think at some point I maybe will be collecting these if this is a project we can get done at home. And then from there, if you're choosing to do an animal of your own choice, then that's going to be on you. Something that you want to remember to do is draw your animal big. I'm using a normal size like printer paper. That's what I had at home. So if that's the type of paper you have at home, just make sure that when you're drawing that you're filling the space. You don't want just a really tiny animal head floating around in the middle of your paper. You want it to fill the space. And so if you are picking your own, awesome. If you want to do the same animal as mine and kind of follow my steps, that's awesome also. I don't mind if you go step by step with me along with this drawing. And of course, you can always kind of tweak mine into your own drawing too, of course. Um, so when you're drawing, I just want to remind you guys to draw lightly. When I draw things kind of a couple times. I leave things, I draw over things, I go back and I erase it. So start off by drawing lightly and take your time. I actually had filmed another video before this and did not like the way it came out, so I started over, and that's perfectly fine to do. You can see in my video I kind of redraw things here and there. When I draw my other ear for my dog, I actually didn't really leave enough room for it to fit on the paper, but that's totally fine if things are kind of going off the paper. Of course, that's something that happens in art, and I always think that it makes your art look a little bit more interesting if things kind of go off the side of the paper. With your eyes for your animal, I have kind of developed a way that I like to draw my animal eyes and eyes in general, but again, you guys can have kind of your own artistic freedom to draw things how you want. So they don't need to be exactly like mine or maybe an animal of your own choice. But you do want to kind of take a look at Dean Russo's art in some of the slides that I've showed, or maybe if you just Google him on your own, take a look at his eyes. He does leave most of his animal eyes pretty realistic, so that's something that you want to kind of think about. And then for the most part, we're just trying to create kind of like a contour line for our animal, just like an outline. I do add a little bit of like textured details above the eyes, in the ears, in kind of like the snout and chin area, because animals, of course, like our project we just did, they have texture to them. But pretty much for this first step, this first day, we're trying to just create kind of an outline so that way we can go in and fill in our patterns in bright colors, just like his work. All right, so have fun drawing your picture. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to email me. And again, I want you guys to just try your best. This is a new thing for all of us, so try your best and hopefully this all works out for everyone. All right, have fun.